let's talk about the YouTube algorithm and how this is going to play into the types of videos that you make for videos on a channel about a product-based business. And when you're doing a product-based business, your ultimate goal is probably going to be to make people go to your website or to your shops wherever they are and to buy more products. You want to sell more stuff. It's a little bit tricky to do this on YouTube because it's making people take the extra step of leaving the platform. And a lot of people are on YouTube to either learn something or to just be entertained. And they're not necessarily here to shop. YouTube is not primarily a shopping platform. So it's not the user intent when you come to YouTube isn't to go shopping. It's to watch videos. And you have to try to figure that out. So what you're going to have to do is look at videos in your niche and see what YouTube thinks they are. And I'll get into that because it is a little tricky. But the way that the YouTube algorithm works is you publish a video. The first thing it does, YouTube starts looking at your video. Like if you have it scheduled and it's sitting there, YouTube is already looking at that video. They have the transcript because they create a transcript automatically. They're looking at the title. They're looking at the thumbnail. They read the thumbnail. They're looking at the description. They're looking at the things that you have uploaded in the video by the transcript. And they're figuring out what is this video about. When they publish it, or when you publish it, it will get shown first to the people, supposedly. And this, sometimes algorithms don't work the way they tell us they do. They first show it to the people who have subscribed to your channel. They test it out on them, okay? And if it does well with your subscribers, they'll start showing it to people who are similar to your subscribers in whatever way. They'll show it to people who have the same interests. They'll show it to people who have watched the same videos that your subscribers have watched. And YouTube has all of these connections in their system. They know who to show it to. So they're basically going to start trying it out on adjacent audiences. So let's say you have a business about bird feeders. I was just looking at my bird feeder out there earlier. Let's say you have a business about bird feeders. They might see that people who watch videos about bird feeders also watch videos about butterfly gardens. Okay, so first they'll show the people in your subscriber base your video. If those people watch it, then they'll start showing it to the butterfly garden people because they see that they also watch videos about bird feeders, even if they're not subscribed to your channel. Okay, if those people do enjoy the video and they watch it and they have metrics, how long are they staying on the video? Do they watch it for 5 seconds and then leave, or do they watch the whole thing? There's all kinds of things they're looking at. I'm not going to get into that. But let's say the butterfly garden people are also related to the vegetable gardening people. YouTube will, if the butterfly garden people like your video, they'll also show the video to the vegetable gardening people. If the vegetable gardening people like it, it'll widen up a little bit more. And this is the thing about subscribers. If you have subscribers who have subscribed to your channel to support you or to be nice, then they never come back and watch a video. It's not going to help you. Okay, so subscribers on YouTube are important to a certain extent because it does help them to have a bigger base of people to show the video to begin with, plus to make connections with outside of that audience. But if your subscribers don't watch your videos, then it's not going to be helpful. So never encourage people to just go subscribe to your channel for no reason. You really want people who like your type of content and your subject to be the ones to subscribe to your channel because you really want them to watch that video when it first comes out. If they don't, then it could just kill the video right there and YouTube just doesn't show it to anyone. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I had this video and it just stopped getting shown and it didn't do well right at first and YouTube just stopped showing it to people. So that will happen. You have to be really careful with that. That's basically how the YouTube algorithm works. But there's another piece of it that I haven't really seen people talk about. And I just came across this, indirectly while I was doing research for my cake decorating channel. And I will take you in there and show you that in a couple other videos. My cake decorating channel started off as the channel that I now have that I do like the one that I do the lives and the podcasts on. Okay, so my cake decorating channel is now just for products. That used to be my main channel, so I had all my cake decorating stuff on there before I even did lives and podcasts and talked about selling online. Because I did wedding cakes for 20 years and I've been on YouTube for a long time. So it was all cake decorating. That channel was entirely cake decorating. And what happened when I started putting educational stuff on there, like e-commerce and selling, I did talk about cake business. I did videos about business at home selling cakes because that's what I did. It confused YouTube. Okay. And YouTube was looking at these two different types of videos. There are cake decorating videos and there's videos about business. It didn't know what to do because what would happen is I would put a video out. Let's say it's a business video, and it would show it to my subscribers, and people would watch it who had subscribed because they're interested in the topic of business, but they don't necessarily care about the cake decorating, right? So YouTube would show it to those people, they would watch it, and then they would suggest another one of my videos that was about cake decorating. And the people who subscribed for the business content were not interested in cake decorating, so they wouldn't watch that. So what happened is that YouTube got the message that when they watch one of the videos on this channel and then we suggest another one, they don't watch the second one. So there must be something wrong with this channel. Okay. And it's not like they didn't show my videos at all, but I could tell that when I posted specific content, it was competing. It was like it was conflicting. The topics were in conflict. The audiences were different, but they were on the same channel. So what I did is I took all of the cake decorating stuff off of that channel, and it killed me because a lot of it was ranking really well on search engines. But I had to move it, and I downloaded everything. I moved it to a separate channel. It was just for the cake decorating topics. And that's what is my cake decorating channel now. And the other one I've just left for the business stuff. So you really have to have the topic of your channel pretty distinct. And if you mix things up, it might not help because, like I said, YouTube's going to show your videos to people, and if they're not watching and they are subscribed, it's not going to help you. But so YouTube kind of knows what your channel is about, and you have to kind of stick to that. It's difficult to pivot, and if you try to pivot, then you're going and you keep the audience because you're like, well, I have 10,000 subscribers. You might post a new video and your subscriber base is like, we don't want this. And then they don't watch it. And then YouTube just stops recommending the channel. So that's why a lot of people will start a second channel like I did, because they know that YouTube has to learn what your channel is about. But it's not just that. They want to learn and this is what I think people haven't talked about. And I haven't seen people talk about this. YouTube kind of knows what the subject is about. And sometimes it's not what you think. All right. So I'll use cake decorating because that's the product business. When I was looking at YouTube cake decorating videos, what comes up is ASMR stuff. And yes, some cake decorating videos do come up, but the topics that I do about cake decorating are extremely niche. Okay. And it's like you have to get someone who's a cake decorator or who likes decorating cakes. You don't have to be professional, but just people at home who are decorating cakes. You have to get someone who likes that, and then you have to get someone who wants to do the type of cake that you're decorating in the video, and then you have to get someone who wants to use the specific methods that you're using to decorate that type of cake. So by the time you niche down, it's really a much smaller audience than just cake decorating or just cakes, right? So I think what's happened is that when people over time have posted cake videos, a lot of the ones that get a lot of attention are the ones that just show people decorating things. So there's like music playing in the background and people are piping icing on cupcakes or they're piping icing on cakes. And it's really like a relaxing kind of experience thing. It's not, this is how to decorate a cake. And I'm not saying that those types of videos don't show up on YouTube, but when I was doing my research about what types of things are working on YouTube in this niche, the ASMR stuff was coming up. And I'm like, well, I don't do that. Okay. My purpose of having a channel for this topic is to send people to my website. So I don't know if that's going to work on YouTube, because if YouTube is just showing this stuff to people who want to watch somebody decorate a cake and they don't necessarily want to do it themselves, then that's not my customer. So again, this goes back to the question of who is your customer. And that's why in the first video I said, and if you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. It's about what's your purpose of being on YouTube. It's the first one in this playlist. But you have to figure all this stuff out first, because you need to go and do the research to see what does YouTube think your topic is about. I think that YouTube thinks that cake decorating is about the ASMR stuff, because like I said, people don't come to YouTube to shop. They come to be entertained. They come to maybe learn something. And that's the next thing I'll talk about, is the browse versus the search functions. But I think that when it must be that when people watch cake decorating videos, the majority are the ASMR stuff. Okay. So instead of going that direction, which would be the browse, I'll talk about in the next video, I decided to go with the search, because search is a different type of attraction method for your audience. And the way that you need to figure this out for your niche is to go onto YouTube and just do searches for your topic. Just do general broad searches and see what's coming up. Are people in your niches only doing tutorials? Are they only doing like unboxing? Are they doing ASMR videos? You might find out that the browse, like that YouTube is going to suggest to people because that's what they think your topic is about, is not a good fit for the type of videos that you thought you were going to be making. If that's the case, you might want to go the way that I did and just use your YouTube channel as a kind of an additional search. Let's talk about the browse versus the search next. Give this video a thumbs up, watch the next one in the playlist, and I will talk to you later.